Upbeat, engaging intro music fades slightly into the background. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all love a sweet fizzy drink, right? That satisfying crack of a can opening, the bubbles tingling on your tongue. It's a simple pleasure, but have you ever stopped to wonder what that daily can of soda is really doing to your body? Today we're diving deep into the science behind soda, and it's surprising, and frankly, scary. Connections to two of modern life's biggest health challenges, obesity and heart disease. And trust me, what we're about to uncover might just make you rethink your next drink order. Stay tuned, because this is information you absolutely need to know. So, let's start with the most obvious ingredient in soda, sugar, and lots of it. A single 12-ounce can of your typical cola contains around 39 grams of sugar. To put that into perspective, the American Heart Association recommends that men consume no more than 36 grams of added sugar per day, and for women, it's just 25 grams. That's right, one can of soda can blow your entire daily sugar budget in a matter of minutes. But it's not just any sugar. It's often high fructose corn syrup. Why does this matter? Well, unlike glucose, which is the sugar our body uses for energy, fructose is metabolized almost exclusively by the liver. When you flood your liver with a massive dose of fructose from a sugary drink, it gets overwhelmed. It can't process it all efficiently. So what does it do? It starts turning that excess fructose into fat. This leads us directly to the first major problem, weight gain and obesity. When you drink your calories, especially in the form of liquid sugar, your brain doesn't register them in the same way it does calories from solid food. You don't feel as full or satisfied. So, you drink a 150-calorie soda, but you don't eat 150 fewer calories at your next meal to compensate. Over time, these extra empty calories stack up, leading to a surplus. And where does that surplus go? It gets stored as body fat, particularly visceral fat. This is the dangerous type of fat that wraps around your abdominal organs. Studies have consistently shown a strong link between regular soda consumption and an increased risk of obesity in both children and adults. It's a simple but devastating equation. More liquid sugar equals more stored fat, but the story doesn't end with just a few extra pounds. This process of the liver converting fructose into fat has a cascade of other negative effects. One of the most significant is the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, where fat literally builds up in your liver cells. More importantly for our topic today, it leads to something called insulin resistance. Insulin is the hormone that helps move sugar from your blood into your cells to be used for energy. When you constantly bombard your body with sugar, your cells become less responsive to insulin signal. Your pancreas has to work overtime, pumping out more and more insulin to try and get the job done. Over time, this can lead to chronically high blood sugar and insulin levels, which is a key driver of metabolic syndrome and, eventually, type 2 diabetes. And guess what? Both metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes are massive risk factors for heart disease. It's all connected. Now, let's talk directly about your heart. How does that can of soda put your cardiovascular system at risk? Well, we've already touched upon a few indirect ways, like promoting obesity and insulin resistance, but there are more direct pathways, too. The high sugar load from soda can cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar and insulin levels. This can lead to increased inflammation throughout your body, including in your blood vessels. Chronic inflammation is a well-known contributor to atherosclerosis, which is the hardening and narrowing of your arteries due to plaque buildup. Think of it like rust forming inside a pipe, making it harder for water to flow through. When this happens in the arteries leading to your heart, it can dramatically increase your risk of a heart attack. Furthermore, that fat your liver created from all that fructose doesn't just stay in the liver. It gets packaged up into particles called triglycerides and sent out into your bloodstream. High levels of triglycerides are another major risk factor for heart disease. At the same time, this high sugar, high triglyceride environment can also lower your levels of HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol that helps clear plaque from your arteries. So, soda creates a perfect storm in your blood. It increases harmful fats, triglycerides, and decreases protective cholesterol, HDL. This is a recipe for cardiovascular disaster. One large-scale study published in the journal Circulation followed thousands of adults for decades and found that the more sugary drinks people consumed, the higher their risk of dying from heart disease. The link is undeniable. And what about diet soda? It has no sugar, no calories, so it must be fine, right? Well, not so fast. The research here is a bit more complex, but it's far from a get-out-of-jail-free card. Some observational studies have also found a link between diet soda consumption and an increased risk of metabolic syndrome and heart problems. Now, correlation isn't causation, and it could be that people who are already at a higher risk for these conditions tend to switch to diet soda. However, there are some theories as to why they might be problematic on their own. One idea is that the intense sweetness of artificial sweeteners, which are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar, can confuse your brain and your gut. It messes with your body's ability to gauge caloric intake from sweetness, which could lead you to crave more sweet things and potentially overeat later on. Some research also suggests that artificial sweeteners may alter the delicate balance of our gut bacteria, which we now know plays a crucial role in everything from digestion to inflammation. While the jury is still out on the exact mechanism, it's clear that replacing regular soda with diet soda isn't the magic bullet we might hope for. So, what's the takeaway here? It's not about being perfect or never enjoying a treat again. It's about being informed and making conscious choices. The evidence is overwhelming. Regular consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages like soda is a major contributor to weight gain, obesity, insulin resistance, and a host of risk factors that directly lead to heart disease. The best thing you can do for your long-term health is to cut way back on these drinks. What are some alternatives? The best choice is always water. It's hydrating, it's free, and it has 0 calories. If you find plain water boring, try infusing it with lemon, cucumber, mint, or berries. Unsweetened iced tea, black coffee, or sparkling water are also fantastic options that give you flavor and fizz without the sugar bomb. The key is to break the habit. Your taste buds will adjust over time and you'll start to find those super sweet sodas almost unpalatable. By making this one simple change, you are taking a massive step towards protecting your liver, your waistline, and most importantly, your heart. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this information was helpful and empowers you to make healthier choices for yourself and your family. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into health and wellness. What's your favorite healthy alternative to soda? Let me know in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.